What's up guys, it's HPI Guy here from UltimateRC.com with a review on the Hobbyking Quantum Skull Crusher 1-ton scale 2-wheel drive electric brushless monster truck, available for around $115 shipped from Hobbyking.com. First thing I want to talk about is how the monster truck looks. As coming straight out of the box, the truck looks really good. It has these old school monster truck rims with chevron style tires. The body is not too small. It's not like a Stampede body where it looks really small for the truck. The back, it has a roll bar with a fake tool box in the back. And again, it just looks great. The stickers don't come put on by yourselves, but I like that because you can personalize it however you like. I put it on to match the factory look though. Taking off the body, what you'll find looks derived essentially from a Stampede 2x4 chassis. You have a very high center of gravity channel style chassis with their two-wheel drive lineup of cars, front end and rear end, bolted onto that. Like the Turnigy two-wheel drive vehicles, they have the same suspension components, and the Quantum Iguana also does too. The truck has a 60 amp ESC and a 2700 kV, I believe, 2-pole brushless motor. Steering servo is okay, although I will go into that further later. It does come with a wheelie bar with adjustable turnbuckle. Shocks are 12mm big bore oil-filled shocks, and the suspension setup is pretty decent. I really like it. I didn't bother messing with it too much after initial testing. Wheels and tires also feel very good on the car. Tires are nice and soft. Foams are not too soft, although they are pretty pliable. Underneath the truck, what you'll find, again, just to prove my point about how the truck has a high center of gravity, as you can see there's two braces that bolt the entire chassis above the diff in the rear and the front bulkhead. And it does look a lot like a Stampede chassis. I do not think the suspension components will fit from the Stampede though. Now what are you looking at here is a temperature reading after the very first run of the truck. As it felt unusually warm and the ESC went into thermal shutdown mode, I got my temperature gun and it read 178.7 degrees Fahrenheit. Any electric RC under any circumstance should never ever go above 160 degrees Fahrenheit for the motor and 140 degrees Fahrenheit for the ESC. Popping open the transmission case, what I found is that there was a big bulge first off when I removed the transmission from the truck. A screw was damaged and bent, disassembling it. And I also found another big bulge. And taking apart the transmission, first off, there was a very big hole in it. And second of all, as you can see, there is no cross pin for the idler gear. What that means is that that gear is just shifting back and forth in the transmission case with no pin for it to spin around. And that's what was causing my temperatures to skyrocket. So, no, that's a lot to say. But Hobbyking, first off, that's terrible quality control if you can't even build the truck and have all the pieces included. Next up, nobody should ever accept this as acceptable just because it's an RTR. I don't care that it costs right around $100. It should come ready to run, not ready to disassemble and reassemble my factory built truck that should have come assembled as soon as I got it. Third off, there is hardly any grease in there. I bet it would have run fine, but that's just my preference. So after re-greasing, throwing in the idler gear pin that I had to order myself, again, Hobbyking not helping me out at all. Their customer service sucks. I finally got the truck running. Taking the truck out on the street for the very first time revealed that top speeds were only right around 26 miles per hour, which is not super impressive for a brushless monster truck. Not much to say about handling on asphalt, except you do have to slow down in your corners because of the high center of gravity, or it will flip on you. Brakes felt pretty good. Suspension felt pretty balanced on road. Tires felt great. Some of the best pavement tires I've ever tested. And overall, I was happy. It pulls excellent wheelies, and you just needed to watch how quickly you carry through your turns. But overall, it was a lot of fun to drive on asphalt. However, this is a monster truck, and it's not just built to drive on asphalt. So here's some footage of it on dirt. Driving it on dirt showed it was very composed. It what can I say? It's a two-wheel drive electric monster truck. It is big, mean, and aggressive. It's high riding. You can float over pretty much everything. Again, you do have to slow down when you turn, because when you turn, if you are going too fast, coming in too hot in your turn, then you will flip. Even if it's really loose, those tires still held up really, really good. Which is good for grip, but bad again for when you for this truck because of its high center of gravity. Durability wise, I was pleasantly surprised. I broke nothing except for one part, which was the servo, as the servo burned out on me. Replaced that with the Power HD 1501, which is $12, and I was good to go. But on the subject of durability, this truck does not have the aftermarket support like HPI, Traxxas, Low C, Associate, ECX, heck, even Thunder Tiger. Those big name brands do. The only place you're going to get parts for this is either through Hobbyking or through Integy, because Integy is also distributing this truck. However, I haven't checked Integy for parts. Hobbyking does not have that many. One tip is you should check all their two-wheel drive model lists of spare parts, because not all of them are listed on the this specific product's page, because they are compatible. Like A-arms are compatible with all of their two-wheel drive models because they all share the same A-arms. So keep an eye out for parts and keep that in mind when purchasing this vehicle, as it's not going to be as good as other basher name brands. However, for right around $115, I couldn't be happier. It's a great truck. I just do wish that it came with better aftermarket support, and I just wish it was distributed through a different company, because Hobbyking, quite frankly, their quality control sucks. And I do wish that I had better parts support. But that's not the truck's fault. That is the Hobbyking's fault. The actual truck is good. And because of that, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 ranking. It would have gotten to 5 stars if it had better quality control and if it had better aftermarket support. So with that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.